McCain's the boss. The buck stops there. So if he picked Palin, why has she become a piñata for all these staffers who are trying to take a swing at her?
Well, look, I think that ultimately at the end of campaigns, there are a lot of open wounds, especially when you lose in the fashion that the McCain campaign lost this election. And, you know, I think a lot of campaign staffers have a choice. Do they maintain the discipline of the campaign high command, and do they make sure that they cover up those wounds in the hope that they heal, or do they pour salt in those wounds? And I think that there are a few people, these are just a couple of individuals, who are now probably giving the campaign a bad name by pouring salt in those wounds. I think it's unfortunate. And look, if as a party we're going to move forward, we're going to need everybody's help. So there's probably not much to be gained in looking to assign blame to any one person or any one reason why this campaign did not work out in the way it did.
Paul, you're
the way we wanted it to.
You're a veteran of this. Campaigns on the winning side and the losing side. I mean, is it always
Not
as
very
bad?
many on the losing side.
Are you? Okay, one or two. You're trying to put yourself in their shoes. Is the infighting at this level, because there have been some pretty dirty things said here. Is this normal?
No. I mean, there's always backbiting, backstabbing. Certainly, look, many of Hillary Clinton, who was my candidate in the primary, I supported her. I didn't work for her. But a lot of her top advisors leaked memos that they'd written in a very self-serving way. So that this does happen, but I've never seen it at this level before. This, the bitterness, the vengefulness. I frankly couldn't be happier. I mean, it's just wonderful. I'm marinating.
He's reveling in it.
I'm like pasting it up on the wall like some obsessed freak. You know, I have it all over my house. Okay, that's a little extreme.
That's really more than we ever wanted to know.
But now here's a good reason to do it, though. If in fact Sarah Palin didn't know that Africa is a continent and not a country, we need to know that. She's a rising star in the Republican Party. She's going to run for president in 2012.
Shouldn't they have found that out when they vetted her?
Yes, exactly. That was look, you pre-screen your guests better than John McCain pre-screened his vice presidential choice. Ultimately, as you said in the lead into this, it's McCain who's responsible because the buck stops with him. But now McCain is departing the stage. Governor Palin is ascending. She is the leading Republican face in America today. She's going to run for president in 2012. She's already starting to position herself for it. And we need to know if she's that ignorant, maybe it's the nicest word I can think of. We need to know that. So some of that is pretty relevant. If she was bludgeoning young staffers into going out and maxing out their credit cards to buy fancy clothes for her,
but here, respond to this, because Paul just said she is running in 2012.
Sure.
Do you really think she is?
Oh, no, there's no doubt she's running in 2012, and here are people who are obviously trying to target her. You know, look, where I come from, let's just go ahead and call it what it is. These are punks. This is a punk move to sit here and trash her the way they are. Now, you have to take ownership. These are the same people who tried to sell her. So either they were selling us a false bill of goods, or they actually believe in her as a candidate. I think this is where the candidate, frankly, should step in and repair the reputation of the person who he chose, because the buck does stop with him. And I think also the campaign manager, Schmidt, and also Salter, top advisor, should also step in. But to allow it to float on is ridiculous. And I know, you know, Kevin says a couple of people, but this is sounding like more like a couple of people.
We got to end it there. I'm sorry, we're out of time. In all honesty, I think we're probably going to move on. We got a brand new administration here, so this is probably the last conversation.
We need a special report on
Paul wants to stay right here.
Right.
Paul doesn't want to go anywhere.
But Kevin, you will be back to talk about this new administration. Believe me, just because
Thanks.
this campaign is going away doesn't mean we won't have plenty more. Okay, appreciate it, guys. Thanks.